What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Pinello with Matt Bangs Wood, and today I'm going to walk you through the steps of framing a rake wall. A rake wall is a wall that doesn't have a flat top plate. It follows the rake of a roof, whether it be the top chord or the bottom chord of a truss, similar to this one here. I'm going to walk you through the steps of finding your top plate numbers, along with how to lay out and how to find all your stud numbers. Let's get to it. So as you guys can see behind me, we have a 2 and 12 bottom chord, and that's what our rake wall frames to. These are called scissor trusses, meaning that they're not flat bottom chords, they rake. In this case, 2 and 12. So every 12 inches of run, you go up 2 inches. Pretty much everything about rake walls is going to be off a rise and run. So keep that in mind while you're watching this video. So the first thing we need to establish is our bottom plate length, over. Once we have that, we can calculate the top plate numbers. Let's make it happen. So our bottom plate number is 369. Now, if your wall splits in the center and rakes down both ways, what you're going to do is actually divide that number in half. So what we're going to do here is take 369 inches, divide it by 2. That gives you 184 and a half. Now 184 and a half is going to be your run. Now since we're working with a 2 and 12 pitch, we're going to hit 2 inch pitch. Now we're going to hit diagonal. 187 and a 16th is going to be your top plate number from long point to short point. Now the cool thing about this is that's going to be your top plate number twice, since we have double top plate. So you can go ahead and cut 4 of these plates at 187 and a 16th. Now like I mentioned, there are a couple different kinds of rake walls. You will have walls that start on a low end and end on a high side, and that's it. The one behind me here, as you can see, follows the pitch of the roof and splits off both ways. And with rake walls like this, you'll notice that everything stays pretty symmetrical. All the studs are in the same spot, openings as well. So if you could dial in one side, get all your numbers, everything flip-flops to the other side, as long as they're both the same. Now, as I mentioned, you can go ahead and cut your top plates now. All 4 of the plates will be the same exact number, and from there we can start working out our stud numbers. So here's something you have to keep in mind when you're framing rake walls. When you have your top plates flat, stacked on top of each other, that's 3 inches, 3 and an 8 sometimes. When you have a rake wall, those plates are now on an angle. The steeper the rake wall, the taller this is going to be. So you need to adjust your first stud on every single rake wall. What we like to do is cut 2 pieces at the pitch of the roof and measure long point to short point. Take that number, subtract 3 from it, that's what you need to take off of your first stud. In this case, it only grew about a quarter. So we knocked down the first stud to 205 and a quarter on the short point. Now you can go ahead and cut both those studs, one for this side, one for that side. Like I said, everything's pretty much symmetrical. So when you lay out rake walls, you're going to pull from the outside corner of the building, 16 centers. That way when you put sheathing on the outside, your 4-foot lands on a break. If not, you end up with some odd numbers on both sides. So now that you have your first stud in, this one right here on the very outside edge, we're going to calculate the number for this stud, and this one here, and all the rest of them. It's a quick and easy method. It's bulletproof. We've been doing it this way forever. So butting the outside there, you can see that this first stud works out to 16 centers. But you need to use rise over run to calculate what the rise is going to be from this stud here to your second one. It's super simple. So that number, 205 and a quarter, we took a quarter off because of the plate difference, is going to be your base number for now. You're going to hook that first stud and pull to your next one. When you do rake walls, you're either going to work off of long point or short point. Short point's easiest for me, so that's what I do. So hooking that outside, we're 8 inches to the short point of our next stud. So now we're going to take an 8-inch run. We have a 2-inch pitch. We're going to hit rise. 1 5/16 inches. So you're going to go ahead and add that to 205 and a quarter inch. 206 and 9/16 is the short point of this stud here. Now you're going to use that as your base to pull numbers on all the rest of your studs. So we know that this stud here is 206 and 9/16 to the short point. We're going to take and hook that stud, since that's our base stud. We're going to pull off of that one from now on to the next stud. It's 16 inches. So then all you're going to do is punch into your calculator, 16-inch run, 2-inch pitch, and add that to 206 and 9/16. That'll give you this short point number. I'll show you guys real quick. So we have a 16-inch run, 2-inch pitch. We're gonna hit rise, 2 and 11/16 is our rise. We're going to go ahead and add that to our base number, which is now 206 and 9/16. To give us 209 1/4. So the stud here is 209 1/4. Now if you've watched our videos, we pull from this corner and lay out to the center of the wall. We pull from the other corner and lay out to the center of the wall. What this does is make sure that all your studs are symmetrical. Makes it easy for laying out as well, because once you have half of the numbers down, you flip-flop them and put them on the other side, so long as they're in the same spot. If they're in a different location, you're going to have to do what we just did and pull from your base number, your base stud, to that stud, and do your rise over run calculations to figure out what that number is going to be. Now I showed you guys 16 inches. Let's show you something a little bit different. Say you have a window opening. Show you how to get your king stud numbers. So as you can see, I have a triple stud here, 2 king studs and a bottom cripple. When I do all of my king studs, especially if they're doubled up like this, I like to go to the center of the 2. That way I get the long point for this one and the short point for this one. You get 2 stud numbers in one calculation. So the number I'm going to take is to the center of both of my king studs. In this case, it's 152 and 1/8. So we're going to do 152 inches and 1/8. That's our run. We have a 2-inch pitch, and we're going to hit rise. Now you're going to add that to your 206 and 9/16. 231 and 15/16. So what we did is calculated the center of 2 studs, and by doing that, we were able to come up with 231 and 15/16. Since we went to the center of 2 studs, it's the long point of the first one and the short point of the second one. So all you're doing is finding your base stud. As long as you know that number, which I just showed you guys how to get, you pull from there to a stud, work your short points or your long points. Don't ever try and mix it up, it gets confusing. Like I said, I like to work short points. So pull off of that base stud to it. From there you take that number, punch it into your calculator, that is your run. Then whatever the pitch of the rake wall you're building, 2 and 12 here, you take your run, 2-inch pitch, hit rise, and add that number to your base stud. Rake walls are super simple to lay out. People have done them all sorts of different ways, snapping lines on the concrete, and it's simply because they don't understand how to lay out and how to frame rake walls. With this method, there is no guessing. Everything comes down to your little calculator. If you don't have a calculator for some reason, I will have a link in the description below. You can check this little guy out. It's what we use the majority of the time. So the double king stud that we had, I'm going to show you guys how to lay out that on the top plate, and from there you can hook that and pull back to the rest of your layouts. We need to figure out where that double king stud lands first. Let's do that. So we're going to pull from our first stud to the double king. 158 and a half. So we know that it's 158 and a half, hooking that first stud to the doubler. We're going to treat this the same way you would a top plate number, and I'm going to show you exactly what that does. So we've got 158 and a half inches. That's going to be our run. We have a 2-inch pitch. We're going to hit diagonal. 160 and 11/16. So calculating hooking the first stud to the doubler, we ended up with 160 and 11/16. You might be asking why we did that. Because now you can hook that far corner where your first stud is, pull up the rake 160 and 11/16, mark it, and X the other side. That's going to be the start of your double stud. So technically, you could use that method on every single one of the studs. What I like to do when I frame is have someone on the bottom plate, you stay on the top plate, hook that king stud, and pull to your layout that way. They give you that number, you can hook the top and pull and mark it on the top. If you guys are still having trouble with this after the video, please let me know. I'll work on getting a video where I sit down and actually show the framing of a rake wall start to finish. That'll give you guys a better understanding if you're having trouble. By using this method, you're able to look at one single plate and get all of your stud numbers. Instead of trying to pull string lines, put your top plates up, hope that everything works out. There is no guessing with this method. Your first few rake walls, I would suggest pulling from your base stud halfway and then doing the same thing on the other side. I would only recommend flip-flopping your numbers if you are confident in the work you're putting out. You would not want to cut half a wall of studs and they end up wrong, especially when you're working with a product like us here. This is LSL LP studs. Ridiculous cost. But that's a wrap, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below. Join the over 50,000 watching, in my opinion, one of the best building shows here on YouTube. And I will see you guys in our next video. If you have any recommendations on what you'd like to see, please leave a comment down below. Catch you next time. Bang on.